There we go. We're live. All by myself. Don't want to be all by myself.
Copyright, motherfucker!
I need to jump on to live chat.
You're just bound and determined to get us in trouble with the fucking copyright laws, aren't you?
I swear to God, you cannot get caught by that by just Jesus shit. By just like singing. Like I'll never be of quality enough to get caught by that. We are okay.
It was probably my rendition 2 weeks ago.
So my original idea for the Halloween costume was I was going to go get a brown wig, be in a robe, and print off like the biggest anime girl and tape it to a pillow. And then have a keyboard. And just, well, whenever you guys talk, I was just going to pound on the freaking keyboard the whole time. But
I thought about doing who was I thinking about doing? Oh, part of me wanted to be Coach.
That takes a lot of preparation.
Right. Well, I was drinking straight Knob Creek while handing out candy tonight.
Oh man. You just start chucking it at the kids.
No. But some kids came up about like 7:15 because they only go from like 5 to 7. And yeah, these three kids came up, and I like held down the bowl to him, and he jokingly says, like, "Oh, we get it all," and he starts grabbing a couple pieces, and I'm like, "Whatever, have at it." They're like, "Oh shit!" So like the kids just start grabbing handfuls, and the one kid just takes his two hands and just grabs it and is holding it like this, and then his friends start walking away, and he goes, "Can I get some help with my bag?" So I had to like reach down and hold his bag open for him to just dump it all in. He's scrambling to pick up the pieces they dropped on the floor. Just so much.
So we have like what we call them the cheaters, that they hook up like a hay wagon up to like one of them little gator things.
Yeah.
And then just cart like 50 kids around.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so like our cul-de-sac is the cul-de-sac. It's like a competition who has like the full-size candy bars and who has this, and it's just like we almost need to hire a traffic cop to like usher people in because it's just ridiculous.
Nice.
And so I was late, so I pulled into the driveway. I'm running up there and I grab the bucket of candy, and I'm trying to hit these kids and I'm like, "Here you go, guys, take a couple." And it was just like 15 hands just reached into this bucket, and I had nothing left. I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll go back for more." Greedy bastards.
How's my lighting? Do I look worse?
No, I don't like it. Nope.
You don't like it?
Nope.
Okay.
It's way too much backlight.
Yeah. Well, I moved my light over there because it's better for painting. I'll move it, grab a beer, and I'll be back.
It's not like we're fucking Gold Squadron here and care.
Oh God.
I was going to go put my Stay on Target shirt on and act like I was Gordon.
Now, why didn't you wear that when Ghost Fen was like a thing? Ghostbusters.
We're live.
We're going to get flagged again.
Yep, because my trumpet sounding.
Who you gonna call? Gold Squadron.
That's right.
Why is there a violin in here?
A violin?
A violin?
Have we gone live yet?
Oh, yeah. Check
Really?
that out. I even set my watch so I can keep timestamps. How fucking professional am I tonight? Boom.
So what are you calling this?
This is Dr. Coach Meta MD.
Huh. I don't see it on YouTube.
Oh, it's Chico's Halloweenniversary.
I still don't. Oh, there it is.
It's the live one.
Smart ass.
Where's your costume, Mark?
He decided to go as a T-Mobile.
Hey,
He's going as Santa Claus in the off season.
It was either going to be Stay on Target or Mark McGuire, or one or the other.
Oh, you should have went as Mark McGuire.
I got.
Uh-oh. Did I freeze or did he freeze? He froze. He ain't moving.
I got that.
Oh, there he goes. How'd it go tonight, Luke? From the chat. I was in there for the little bit, and I said entertain me, and he didn't. So.
Hello, everybody.
Come on, go to bed and listen to your mother.
It looks awfully cold in there.
Is it cold in here?
Come on, Kyle. Oh, stupid kids. That's genius, by the way. That is genius.
It's a warm hot dog. That's not a cold hot dog.
It's super cold.
Did you pull it out of the refrigerator? Because that's the only way that costume counts.
Oh, shit. Lonely Pop-Tart on the chat. He's like, Uncle Mark dressed up as a chair.
He's invisible man.
Oh, no, I forgot to close the door.
That looks super uncomfortable.
He's got a giant hot dog in between his legs.
Who's got their mic? Who's got their speak? Oh,
I fixed it. I had to. It was easier to unplug my headphones than try to get them out. Of
understandable. Like the minute I said it, I was like, oh, never mind. Show notes. I know we have them.
I sent the link after the Hangouts link.
Yep, I got it.
To the bottom of the show notes. Did they not transfer over?
That's exactly what I got from you.
Weird. Hold on.
Add the rest in.
Wow, that's super short.
What is up here?
Yeah, there was a bottom.
There was a bottom.
Hey, tennis.
Did it fall out?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it went. It's not there anymore. It was basically spoiler alerts. Not really. It was basically talking about what do you think the addition to of the First Order and Resistance are going to do.
All right, step out. I'll be right back.
Hey, thanks for not including me on the show notes.
No, I said in the host. You should probably add him in. He's here.
I'm used to it.
You're always right after the commercial. So okay. Then
I feel like a turtle. I can hide.
And I have my notes too.
Uh-oh.
Guys talk bad about me when I'm gone. I listen. No, my good phone decided to take a crap on me, so I don't have my my horn.
Oh,
I can't find the app that I
like. And we can't even really accept you on the show if you can't have the official air horn in the background.
harsh.
I'm just kidding, Uncle Mark. We love you.
And about this me, wait a minute. People are trying to get rid of me, or I'm trying to get rid of Stutz, or I think Stutz and I are trying to get rid of Coach. But yeah, whatever.
That's fair.
He's not here to. He's not here to invent it.
He lied. He had the air horn.
No, I got
There
it.
you go.
Oh.
I can play things from YouTube, so maybe that'll get us hit for copyright if La Chain des Memes has DJ air horn sound effect copywritten.
Yeah,
we're screwed.
and then
So
we're gonna
what
have
you're
a
saying-
commercial before the episode, and then they're gonna get 3 cents from it. Oh no!
What you're saying is
Right.
you can play the greatest hits from Chico's first episode.
I could.
Well,
were
that
there
sounds a
any
lot like
great hits
this.
on there?
They're
I don't
great
know.
hits.
I don't know. Sure. That's way too. I don't know. Whatever.
Uncle Mark just said he's trying to get rid of you, Chico.
That's fair.
It's It's a Hunger Games here, baby. We're all trying to get rid of everyone.
I've been here for a year. I just go away.
He's just trying to absorb the weaker edition.
The show.
Mark looks tired. I don't know how much.
So this was my daughter's outfit for Halloween. I was supposed to be a hamburger. I don't know where that is. My wife was a pizza slice, and my son was a sprinkled donut.
The American classic dinner is what you're going for, or what?
Right? Just need some macaroni and cheese, and it's done. Easy peasy.
I'm not going to be able to sit here with the proton pack on my back because I can't even sit back in the chair. But yeah, check him out. I'm a Ghostbuster. I have a proton pack on and everything. And
That is an awesome outfit.
yeah, it was a $60 costume. I got on clearance for $15.
Nice.
Yeah. I've got this nice little jumpsuit and everything. It's great.
Yeah, that's worth it just for the jumpsuit. I mean, like, oh, I got to go work on the car. It's like,
Yep.
no, throw the
Yep.
jumpsuit on.
Got my nice little pockets in here. Where did Coach go? Did he leave?
I don't know.
I started doing this mental note taking on my drive to Chicago this morning, and then I forgot half the stuff I thought would be cool to talk about, and now I'm remembering it slowly but surely. So my notes are like all scattered now. It'll be great.
I can't add, like, shit. Whatever. Uncle Mark. There. You're on the show notes.
Yay.
You made this in Word. You heathen.
All right, let's find an air horn.
I already got you an air horn.
I know, but
He wants to be in control of it. It's more fun that way.
that one sucks and that one sucks. I can't find my orange dot one.
Orange dot.
Yeah. It's an app that's on my other phone that's currently dead.
I'm really curious on what happened to Coach.
I don't like that either.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes, but
I can go with I can go with the screaming goat.
Yes! I love the screaming goat.
Oh my. There's a lot of choices on goats.
Well, you gotta play the one that they do during the Taylor Swift song. That's my favorite one.
Taylor Swift.
You've never heard the version of the Taylor Swift song where they have the screaming goat in it?
I don't know if I've ever listened to Taylor Swift.
Oh, you have. You just don't know it was her.
Well, what you need to do is you need to listen to covers of Taylor Swift.
No, I'm pretty sure I haven't. Does Taylor Swift do Metallica? No, I don't think so.
Oh. Mm-hmm. She did a duet.
Yeah, do it. All right, let's see what this thing sounds like. So my Motorola crapped out, and I said,
Is that a good air horn?
Yeah, that's pretty effective. Yeah. That's the second one for sure. That's my favorite one. The second one's wrong. You keep that up, and your wife's gonna wonder what the hell's going on in your room.
Where the hell did Coach go?
I think I'll just save that and randomly throw it on Coach. Oh, now,
this is what happens when Coach leaves us.
Uncle Mark starts playing with sound effects.
Where the hell did he go?
I don't know.
Well, it's one thing if we know that he's not going to be on the show.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Don't call it a comeback.
So you guys remember like way back in the day when we used to be new and I would forget to plug my laptop into the power cord?
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah.
Good time.
Yay!
I'm sitting here trying to turn off YouTube, and I hit the X up in the corner, and then I went, no, and you all went away.
Oh.
I've been there when I hang up and turn off the whole stream. Wrecked.
That was the best.
He had an emergency gynecology call.
Yep. I had to go check something out. Okay.
Play button number 2 real quick, Mark.
Sure.
For what you were doing earlier.
Yes, I know. I'm getting there. I was downloading another app. Sorry.
Gynecology, and then this.
Oh, if I can find it. Where'd it go? Oh, here. Number 2.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Apparently, Uncle Mark is a giant fan of goat noises.
I mean,
so if you guys start boring me,
I can't take it.
Who needs the fucking air horn? We got goat noises.
God, I can't even turn my head sideways. And
I think we've all wasted enough time.
Hey, Chico struggling to turn to the side is funnier than hell, too.
I'm struggling to do the things I do for you people.
All right. 20 minutes. That's good enough pre-show. All right.
Maybe it's one of those cheddar ones. If I like get it all steamy, it'll shoot out the top.
Oh God, the bubbles start forming.
20.
What, you're actually doing show notes?
I'm trying to do timestamps.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I think it was Montana like making it known on the last episode where he started the music and me at the same time. There was no lead in, so I don't know if that was a fault or he's kind of.
Are we doing snaps or anything?
I need some fucking timestamps. No snaps. We're good.
Oh, so we're not running Audacity?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, God. Good morning, X-Wing! Hey, this is not a test. This is OCX Radio. Time to rocket from the Zealous pilot to the 4BV. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the OCX Radio Podcast, broadcasting live from the OCX studios in beautiful downtown Orange City, Iowa. My name is Dr. Coach, Meta MD. Joining me tonight, the one, the only, the warm hot dog, Mr. Brown.
And I am feeling scrumtrulescent.
Woo.
I didn't think that was a word either, but I looked it up, so it was a word.
Is it really? What does that mean?
It must be that.
It's legit a word.
Okay, do I have to look this up?
You might have to look it up. Type loudly.
Again.
It's thanks to that strip of mustard down your midriff.
Joining us once again, 487 miles to my left, Mr. Uncle Mark Tippett. Woo!
I have beef.
He's returned. Ladies and gentlemen, he has returned.
Okay, here we go. Scrumtrulescent. It's an adjective. It means transcendent and fantastic beyond description. That is exactly what I am.
Fucking nailed that on the head. For those of you listening to the audio version, please go to the YouTube, skip ahead to 21 minutes, and you will find out what we're talking about. And bringing up the rear, as always, Kyle, the Ghostbuster Sloot Stews.
That's right. I'm here with the practitioner of gynecology, the hot dog costume that got pulled out of the refrigerator, and Mark, the master of goat noises.
No, he's he came as Mark came as an old looking version of Tyler Tippett.
Oh, that's perfect. Nailed it.
Okay. Retired hero of the empire.
So I have to ask a question. First of all, what Ghostbuster would Kyle be? Venkman, Spangler,
Rosie O'Donnell's character.
I was thinking. Oh my God, you're thinking of the new ones, and she wasn't even in that one.
You're thinking of Melissa McCarthy. O'Donnell. That actually might have made that movie a little better. I don't know. Maybe.
Nah.
I'm gonna go with who was Dan Aykroyd's character? Quick. It was Venkman, Spangler.
It was Ray, wasn't it?
Ray.
That's what I was thinking too.
There you go. Ray stands.
Yep.
I could see Kyle in that scene saying, "Yes, sir, it's true. This man has no dick." But this man has a wiener.
If you are not joining us live tonight, it is Halloween, and we all, for the most part, dressed up. Some of us did way better than the others. But happy Halloween, everyone. Hoping everyone got lots of candy or are eating their kids' candy right now.
Oh my gosh, my daughter's allergic to peanut butter, so I get so much candy.
Even if it says may contain nut contaminants, you still gotta eat it.
I mean, I do because I'm a greedy prick.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu here because I believe you told that story exactly 1 year ago.
Probably.
Coincidence? I don't think so. Because it's Chico's 1 year anniversary on the OCX Radio Podcast.
May God have mercy on me.
If you would have thought a year and a week ago today that Chico would be on the OCX Radio Podcast live in a hot dog suit, you probably would have never thought it was going to happen.
I mean, no.
It's one of those time traveling things where you go back, you're like, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Back time.
For just 1 hour.
Oh, my God. Oh, too good, too good. So we're gonna be talking about our old Chico stories. We're gonna be talking about all kinds of stuff tonight. We got hopefully a good show for you tonight, or in the morning, or whenever the hell you listen to the OCX Radio Podcast. Because all we care about is you listen. That's all we care about. So, I think we're going to kick this baby off. First of all, I want to say good job once again, Luke Carrington, on the OCX pregame show. I think a lot of us learned even more than we did in the first episode. So
yeah, holy cow, his Key Magilas are getting to the point that I'm like, damn, those look good. And then and then I also get to that moment of holy shit, he's just going to make it look even better. It's like he's at that point that I would stop right there, throw like a wash on for depth and be happy, but he's going to take it to another level, and I'm excited to see how those look when they're done.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see like the Bob Ross comparisons, like paint at home with Luke, and then like people start posting their pictures, like it's just a fucking terrible mess of a Key Magila. Like mine didn't look anything like that.
Mm-hmm. After he put the OCX logo on the sides of my Y-wings, I went, yeah, I'm out of my league.
No, but I have been seeing a lot of pictures and posts. A lot of people are seriously taking this to heart, which is awesome. I think Luke kind of hit a need for people to just have just a tutorial, once a week of how to do it, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot of really awesome paint jobs coming up. So, kudos to you, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. We are going to move on to our shout outs.
Yeah, let's get into the content before we fall into drunken debauchery of yelling stories about me.
I think FFG heard me when they said no more content. You guys have had enough, so that's fine, because we had some stuff we wanted to talk about. We couldn't get to it because damn it, FFG. So tonight we're going to be kind of doing a little bit of factioning going on here. We're going to go what faction's doing good, what are they doing bad, kind of a little snapshot of each faction, and just kind of see where they're sitting at these days at 2.0 on the eve of the Minot Open, which I think will be a pretty good telling of the meta these days. I believe they have 160 players. That's what I heard.
Yeah, and that will be a great tournament tomorrow, today, yesterday, or 3 days ago. Whenever Montana
releases it, just in a broad generalization, it might be there. So he's been doing pretty good. I got to give Montana. We don't give Montana kudos enough. Like he is.
Oh yeah, he does a great job dealing with our bullshit.
Well, we would if he was ever on with us, but
I don't know. You would think on Chico's 1 year anniversary, he might hop on and be like,
he wasn't here the first time, was he?
No. Hey, Chico, thanks for taking my spot. I really appreciate it. Bye. So
sounds about right.
Maybe. I think he listens every once in a while live. We'll see. Who knows?
He comes on and says stuff like hours into the show, and it's like
we've not been on in a long time. In fact, we probably gained so many new listeners they don't even know who we're talking about, which is fine.
Man, how many new listeners do we have that like don't know the mayonnaise story?
Oh man,
don't know Montana.
Ooh, we should bring back the terror of the mayonnaise for Halloween.
Nope. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. How many podcasts out there would you literally enjoy going back to episode 1 and just burning through all of them? Probably
not OCX.
Oh, come on. Man. And that's all the further Chico made it was 1 year.
Oh. If I hit stop, the broadcast goes away.
I know. He has all the power, people. We got to be nice to him. Maybe. But so we're going to go over to our trusty show notes, and we're going to timestamp this baby.
Yesterday at 3:45.
There we go. All right. So we're going to start out with the Empire, obviously, because of the best. Right now.
I mean, depending upon where you look, they are kind of getting the best showing right now. Yes. But it seems like top cuts are being dominated by Empire, but then won by Scum. It seems like, right?
Yeah, it's that weird. I think it's that weird spot where, what was it? It was like the Ghost Fen age, where it was like Ghost Fens everywhere. They're all in the top cut, but rarely did they win anything big.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's one of those where if you want to make the cut, you fly Empire, but you really might need to pull your head out of your ass and start playing a little better than average in order to break it through. Kyle's
right.
got
So first reference on this thing, we are not talking about the TIE Advanced Prototype, the TIE Aggressor, or the Decimator, because those ships are shit.
If you were thinking
let's talk about the good stuff.
If you were thinking about hearing about those ships, you're not. Just
no. Like I legit pulled up the squad builder just to kind of have a list of stuff on here, and I was like, oh shit, the TIE Advanced Prototype is a Empire ship. It's just, it has no spot. Unfortunately, I mean, I feel like there's some pilots in there with some potential, but it's just trash. The TIE Aggressor is even worse trash, and the Decimator feels like it should be able to work, but it's just sad that it doesn't have an engine upgrade. So we can just move on.
Yeah. Well, that's another one of the things where with the whole damage deck and critical hits being able to be dealt easier and doing a lot more, ships like the Decimator just, oh, yay, 2 critical hits, like shut it down, depending on which ones you get. Even if you were the one that gives you 2 stress tokens, that's crippling.
Yeah. It's a lot of hull to chew through. I mean, I know it's still a lot of hull, and I think there's corner cases where you could make the Decimator work, but it's. I feel like you're going to make the Decimator work. It's a one-trick pony kind of a thing. It is a list designed to do this, and that's it.
Yeah, and with how many lists are out there that are bringing like 4 or more ships, and with how not maneuverable it is, I think it gets burned down so quick. Yeah, and it's so many points. And you're looking at base 80 points for a naked patrol leader. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna have to pile stuff onto those things to make them worth a damn. So I mean, it's just there's just better options. I think like if you're looking for like a fat turret kind of thing, I don't think you're looking at the Decimator. You're looking at something else.
No, well, you're not looking at the Empire at all. If you're looking for
the one thing I have tinkered around with because I love my Decimator, is it could be a like I said, it's one of those where it's Sloan, Death Troopers, Vader kind of a thing where you're relying on stress to get your rerolls, and you're relying to do this. You're throwing Wampa out there or something like, hey, I dare you to kill me. Please kill me. And you're running it side by side with a Reaper that has Death Troopers, so the stress doesn't go away. And because of Sloan, you're getting rerolls on everything. But still, it's just it's too many things working against you that you need to go right. And in X-Wing, you can't afford that. You double stressing one ship is not going to win you the game.
Now, Mark, your son Tyler is notorious for his first edition Decimator play. Has he tried to force the Decimator to work, or is he just giving up on it?
No, he's looking at things right now, but right now he's back with the Sunterfell Whisper Lieutenant Say or Sai combination. He did make an interesting comment on Scum and Villainy about yet another fix that he's going to do. Instead of the extra hull on the Phantom, he's going to go with extra shields so that he can survive the first proton attack.
Oh yeah, I actually heard that. I actually listened to Scum and Villainy this week. Don't tell anybody I said that.
Yeah, and then get a good solid shot off with the Phantom before it goes away. Yeah. So, but I don't know. He's been flying swarms again. So,
which is terrifying. All right, so enough of the bad stuff. What's good up there, Kyle?
With 2.0 being more back to the basics, if you think back to the day, it was bang for the buck points. And the way that the Empire is priced, they're priced cheap. So therefore you're getting a lot more ships with a lot more of your what word did they used to use? Your jousting value.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
If you're looking at a jousting value of what you're paying for the Imperial ships right now, you're definitely getting more for your points. And,
right. I mean, like it's amazing how many things you can put into the 34-point bracket. It seems like that's the point bracket that is like you can fit so many different things in there. You got your Scimitar with Barrage, you got your Planetary Sentinel TIE Striker, and the Alpha Squadron Pilot Interceptor. I mean, all those things are just sitting at 34 points, and that is not very many points. And you can just spam the shit out of those things, and they're each, fairly maneuverable, fast, pack a punch, whatever your flavor is.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing too that the Empire is doing well, which we already knew this before, but it's kind of wasn't more about flying in 1.0 as it is now in 2.0, is that the ships are so much maneuverable than the other ones. They have key maneuvers on the dials that a lot of the other factions ships don't have. I mean, a good majority of all the Empire will always have like a hard one where you have to either go with this ship, or you don't get that maneuver at all in any of the other factions. So it's just another thing with the maneuverability that the Empire is doing so well too. And a lot of people, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but now you're going to have to start thinking about flying a lot better instead of just depending on your squad functionality. So Empire's got it where it counts. You don't have to have a pilot skill and the ship works just because it's cheap and efficient.
Right, which is a scary point of, like crap. These guys are just, they're going to do what they're going to do, and you can't really stop them because there's too many of them. One of them's going to get you.
Right. And then another thing too with the Empire, with the critical hits being so much more brutal, is when you have the ability to have multiple maneuverable ships on the board, and you can actually have the opponent have to change their target priorities or make a decision they're going to have to choose where they're going to take their shots, and they're not always going to be at the same one if you're doing it right. And then therefore you're not worried about having to suffer that many critical hits. Whereas if you have one of your ships from the other factions, now that they've taken some of the shields away from them, it's even worse to get shot at by more efficient multiple ships than it was before, because now you have less shields to protect you from them twice as harsh critical hits. So,
right. They're like you said, there are so many damn maneuverable ships in this. It's like I'm just looking through this list, and like you got the TIE Advanced prototype. Okay. The TIE Advanced itself. The TIE Reaper is even really fast. The TIE Defender with a native boost now. The TIE Interceptor, always a staple. The Phantoms are back in mass, and Strikers everywhere. Yeah, holy crap. It's fast, quick, maneuverable, just and like you said, so fast that it can get the hell out of dodge and force you to change target priority.
Yep.
Like shit. This is so good.
Do we I'm going to ask a question. Do we think that this was, I mean, looking back when they were starting 2.0 and they were like getting ready to get it, testing and this and that, the Empire lists were just not doing that well? Do we think that's kind of, they're like, well, let's give them a little oomph kind of a thing?
I mean, Empire lists have always done fairly decent, but kind of climbing on the back of Palpatine.
Yeah, those last few years were rough for Empire.
Yeah, I mean they've always been like A tier, but really struggled to be the absolute top.
Yes,
unless you were like one of those few players who was really crushing it with it.
Yeah.
Right. And then like right at the end, you saw the Reapers really pulled out some stuff, and Agent Callus, pulled him up. I won my store championship.
Krennic.
Yeah. I won my store championship with Reaper and Krennic and those guys. So they had some power there at the end, but they were struggling a little bit with all the people walking in with like, I've got 4 attack dice and 4 defense dice, and all of them are going to have paint all the time because all my upgrades. Ha ha, fuck you.
Yeah.
And that's what X-Wing turned into.
Well,
and now we're into this, and even with these ships that are like, oh, highly maneuverable and stuff, they're highly maneuverable because they have dials and choices, not because they have 3 evade dice that always come up paint.
Can we just
because those dice will fucking fail you. It's like I flew Soontir, and he was A+ all over the place, bing bang boom, getting out of arcs. But the one time somebody did a K turn and I didn't expect it, and like Luke was staring at me with his force tokens, and I'm like, oh fuck, sitting at range 2, and I got lit the fuck up and died, just gone. They have those moments of you sit in the wrong spot and you're fucking toast. I mean, it feels like TIE fighters and TIE interceptors in the movies. As soon as a gun points at them, they fucking die.
Yeah. I just want to take a moment of silence now that you brought up store championships. I want to do a moment of silence for all of us X-Wingers that are never going to have another chance to win a store championship. That was good enough. I want that just to sink in, everyone, because I feel your pain.
I mean, if you played something other than Jabba.
No. It's a certain co-host that's on right now that stole 2 away from me.
But I got my red card.
Yep.
So am I the only one here that
win?
Am I the only one here without a store championship plaque, card, whatever the fuck you want to call it?
I don't know. Let's find out. Hey, Mark, did you win a store championship?
No, but I did earn the red card.
Your AARP card doesn't count.
You know what? No, fuck it. It does. It does count. I didn't even get one of those.
It's because I went into a store championship knowing that Tyler and Will Barnacle were both going to be playing, and all I needed to do was get 3rd because they already had their store championships, and that's what I did.
That's good enough. You played the system. Hey, Kyle, did you win a store championship?
Why, yes, Chico, I did win some store championships.
Yeah,
That's
the S on
amazing.
the end of that really fucking drives the dagger in. Hey, Chico, have you won a store championship?
Hell yeah, I did. A whopping 8 people were there, and I crushed it.
Go ahead, chat. Ask me if I've ever won a store championship.
Hey, Coach, have you ever won a store championship?
Like ever in the history of X-Wing?
No.
Even if you had a private one where you were the only player?
This is actually sad
Find a way to screw it up.
because I have been playing X-Wing longer than anyone in this area has. And
Hey, you
No.
screwed up your store champ and yanked in that one year, man. You did
that was not my fault.
It was. You told me about the mistake.
Calm
you
down,
made.
Han Solo. We get it. It's not your fault.
That was
Ryan Montopsky says
that
he's
was-
won a store championship.
that was back in the Whisper Mini Swarm Fat Han days. Oh, the glory days.
Tommy
So-
Adams says he's won a store championship.
Fuck off, Adam. Adams. Tommy.
So to jump back to the content,
There you go.
I think something that the Empire really missed back in the end of first edition was that they were missing lists that really had a power punch. And they got that a little bit with the Decimator, but like they had ships that would sit there and like piranhas just nibble you to death. But they didn't really have the ships that packed a punch, and now they seem to. Like Vader is crushing it. The bombers are just out in mass. And now the freaking Punisher. Like, are we serious?
Yes.
The Punisher. Like, I have to take a moment and be a little crate and play this.
Please clap.
Please clap. Please clap.
I feel like that just has to be done because the Punisher just sat there, just sitting in our boxes, looking ugly as shit, disrespected, and now they popped out and said, look at all my tubes. You got your X-Wings have 2 tubes. I got 4 tubes. Like,
Double the tubes, motherfucker.
all the tubes. You got the 2 tubes, brothers. I'm 4 tubes by myself.
Can we just all agree, like right now, that if you can get a double action in 2.0, the ship is just fucking crazy good.
Oh yeah, like those and that's something that we saw in first edition, is that the cards that gave you extra action economy or non-preventable action economy.
Yep. Passive mods or double mods.
Yeah, passive mods were nuts, and that's why Dengar Tell was so fucking good.
So
Because it's like, oh, I'm going to have expertise. All my focuses are going to be there. I'm going to have K4, so I'm always going to have a target lock. And it's like, holy fucking shit. And guided ships, because fuck it, why not? Heaven forbid I have a blank that I target lock into a blank. Fuck that shit. I'm going to get like all these hits all the time. So
guidance chips, because what the fuck?
yeah, holy shit. It's like, I'm going to go ahead and roll these dice just because I have to. I mean, come on. Like, holy shit, people. But now we're in second edition, and getting those cards is so much more rare. I mean, you have Han Crew that or Han Gunner that gets you a focus like no matter fucking what.
During the engagement phase.
Yeah, and Guri that can just get a focus because no matter fucking what.
Boba and the rerolls.
Things like that are just Boba rerolls.
It's red line in the target
That's
lock.
an excellent
It's-
transition to start talking about scum now. If we're going to start talking about the positive things that are coming from that. Because we've talked about the Scum Han crew, we've talked about Boba Fett, we've talked about Guri, and Action Economy.
Let's jump over there. I think we're pretty much done with Empire.
Yeah.
Has anybody glanced at the chat?
No.
I'm always glancing at the chat.
It's hard to do anything as a hot dog.
I think we figured out what Mark's costume is tonight. He's a nightclub cocktail, or he's like the old style, like, hey ladies and gentlemen, how you doing tonight? I'm doing good. What the hell is that? Cocktail lounge singer. That's what it is.
It looks like we have an Oscar Mayer rendition song.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about.
Here we go. Oh, I wish I were a Chico Brown wiener. That is what I truly want to be. And if I were a Chico Brown wiener, then the world would surely be in love with me. There's too many syllables in there. That's good though, Padre.
All right, one more time, all of us.
Yeah, we super should do that.
Chico Brown wiener. That is
what I truly like to be.
And if I were a Chico Brown wiener, then the world would surely be in love with me. Woo!
Sounded as good as our snaps.
That's right.
51, mark it down. Chico Brown wiener.
Just turn that into a commercial.
Stroke the mustard.
Get those all the way down to below. Spicy.
Up.
Goat sound number 2.
Well, I'm getting so hot. I need to just
cool down. Relish. Need to swag that relish a little bit.
Oh, spank those buns.
Oh my God. Oh, goodness gracious. That's too good.
That is from True Lesson.
So Scum. We skip. Oh, I see. We're skipping. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we won't skip. We'll come back.
Yeah. Rebels can go to the bottom where they belong.
So Scum, obviously, and someone asked me the other day, and I'm an Empire player, but man, is it really hard not to play Scum these days.
Yeah.
As a list builder, as I like to say I am, I like to have do my own thing.
We
Scum
notice
is part of that. It's just there's so many different combinations and so much stuff to do.
Yeah, there's so many toys in there. I had somebody on the Fort Wayne group was brand new asking about Scum, and he's like, "What should I buy?" And it is like just fucking anything. But like I went down through like every ship and gave like a rundown, and there were only like a couple ships that I was like, don't bother with those.
I can't really think of one. I mean, even the fucking tugboat is good.
Really, you can't think of one? How many Skurgs do you see sitting on the board?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out. I got a list.
I mean, like here, I'll just go down through the list. Is like the the fucking Falcon is fucking awful. Quit trying to make it work. The Kirax is okay, but there's other things that do what it wants to do better.
Definitely not as good as it was.
The M3A is mediocre. With the Z95 getting a barrel roll, you don't really need to bother. The Skurg is
pretty good though. I'll end it. Syracuse pretty good. And
the YV666 feels like it's struggling to find its spot.
It doesn't have a spot except for a
crew
carrier.
Shut up, Coach.
No, Marvalo Evolve. If you just want to have fun at X-Wing.
Yeah, like thematic and like fun, goofy wise.
Yeah,
like, Yeah, they're great.
I'll fuck you in the bones because you went 3 forward on your first maneuver. And you're like, okay, I flew off on this edge and I'm now behind you. It's super fun. And good. Yeah, like coach good, you know.
Okay, there you go.
500 good. Yeah, check her out. She's fun. She's pretty good. Or he's pretty good. I don't know.
But we're not here to talk about what's shit.
No, we're here to talk about what's good.
What's good out there?
Boba, obviously. We already went over that. Han Gunner, good. Obviously went over that. Guys,
but why?
Well, okay, so we already went over in Scum. You know what? I'm gonna leave it. No, I'm not gonna leave this up to Kyle because he's only played like 3 games. you chime in. You chime in, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll chime in.
So Scum is just a bunch of, I think it's a combination of passive and just, I'm going to steal your shit, or if this combination happens, I get this fun stuff for me. Right off the bat, their crew is just like 1.0. All the crew is good to a certain extent. It's how you're going to use it. Scum is how you're going to use your pieces together.
Right. I super agree with that. There's a lot of puzzle pieces, and how you put together your puzzle is going to define what your list does.
But what I really
like you said, there are so many pieces.
Yeah. Well, what I like about Scum is it's not like Rebels where this piece has to fit with this piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple edges in Scum. Like you can just throw this in there, throw that in there. You put this one thing on there. Oh, wow, that kind of works. You know,
it's almost like old school Imperials where each piece is kind of segmented on its own and then just has to work together. Whereas it almost seemed like back in first edition, they got so buddy with each other with Atani Mind Link and Manaru and those things that had to stick together and work as one. Whereas like now it truly is like, you know, this group of bounty hunters all showing up together and just, you know, fucking in their own little way.
It feels that way, which is what I love about 2.0. 1.0 was you did get that feeling a little bit. You know, it was like, all these shady ass bastards are getting together and they're gonna go fuck some stuff up. But now it's seriously like Paylob on his own is good, but he can he can help out when he needs to, but he doesn't have to. It just feels very scummy to me. I think they hit the Scum faction dead on. It just feels the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So like Kyle, I'd have told you Tarani Calder and whatever. No, but then Kyle shows up like he fucking normally does and does.
Yeah. People aren't expecting you to be able to. A lot of people never flown to Kimagia, and nobody's ever had to try to practice how to get people in bullseye firing arcs or had to fly against somebody to where they had to worry about having to be in somebody's bullseye firing arc. So therefore, they're like, oh, it's 2.0, it's whimsical, whatever. I don't have to worry about the bullseye firing arc. And then next thing you know, they're taking automatic damage from Trani Kolda, who's stealing their green tokens, which are extremely hard to find. And if they didn't get any because they chose to reposition, then they're taking automatic damage, setting off Captain Jostero, who's sending a concussion missile their way, who's going to flip up face-up damage cards, whoever was already taking that automatic damage. So I mean, that's just the way Scum works. You find something that works together, you figure out how you're going to trigger it, and then you just go from there. And then you practice flying it.
You know, I would really love to fly Tarani.
You know,
something.
I knew I brought it up. I was like, I'm ready.
Like the mustard is the miniature, but I'm missing some ketchup. I'm missing my ketchup. God damn it!
They are literally going out tomorrow. I'm not.
You said that last week.
I know. But
you said that 2 weeks ago.
Shame.
Fucking A. Get the bell out. I just bring it on. God,
No,
I do.
It's on my other phone.
Slap the bag instead, Coach.
There you go.
Someone
still have
heisted
the
your
line?
Franzia line.
I got it. Yeah. So we all know how real world works. It's been that for the last 4 months, but it's no excuse. I'm a terrible host, and I will. Monday, boys. Monday, you'll have. Anyway,
And everybody else is at least enjoying their Tyranny card. I've gotten a lot of compliments about it, and only one person saying they didn't like it.
what?
Who is this person?
I mean, I don't want to single anybody out, but I can say that she's from New Zealand.
Oh.
Fucking burn.
No sexy Soonter fell for her.
Yep, no sexy Soonter fell for you.
Oh man, I need to bug our artist, see where he's at with that.
Yeah, you do, because that art is going to be fantastic.
I'm so excited.
Oh man.
Okay, but to get back on point, I just think it's really early. I mean, I don't think anyone's really. I feel like in every faction there's that. I mean, Empire's already found it because they have the double action. I mean, if you're not running Redline or you're not running Vader or whatever, they have the multiple action. That's the multiple action faction, if you want to call it that. Scum, yeah, you have to put Boba fucking Han Gunner in the list somewhere to make it work. But I think there's another list or a couple in there that'll flush its way out. Scum has, like you said, it's a giant toy room. It's just, what do I want to play with first? And then we move on to oh, poor Rebels.
No, you just move on to Luke Skywalker.
Okay. Somebody else mentioned this. I believe it was Stay on Target. And they went, it should be right that Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and Luke Skywalker are the best pilots in each faction.
Yeah, I forget who said that, but
I want to say it was Mikhail. I don't want to give Gordon the fucking credit on that one because I don't think it was him.
Let's never give Gordon.
French hasn't been on forever.
No, France has been on. He's fine.
Yeah, he's asked like
he's reffing soccer.
At what time do they record?
Hashtag save France is fine. He was on last week or the last episode, but I think it was Mikhail that said that's the way we want.
And there he is.
If you just go Beetlejuice in the Halloween fashion, if you just go Gordon is the worst, Gordon is the worst, Gordon is the worst, and he shows up. But
the same thing works if you say Chris Allen. I think we're okay.
Stop it.
I'm super worried that he's actually going to be in the chat and go, what? I'm like, no. But no, Mikhail hit it on the head. I do think the iconic characters, I think they got that perfectly awesome, if that's even a combination of words that exists, in 2.0, that Luke Skywalker, Boba Fett, and Darth Vader are the best pilots of that faction. I think that's perfect. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I think Boba Fett is maybe a little too powerful, but you know what? We're in 2.0, baby. January, he's up.
Oh man, like I am already a little bit terrified because my next big tournament is after January, and I'm like, fuck, it's all gonna change. What do I do?
That's gonna be the best on like the tournaments in December. And then like everyone's like cautiously like, what the fuck do I bring? Do I go with a 25 point bid because I know Boba's gonna go up that much? Yeah, you want to talk about bids, motherfucker? Wait till December.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where the rebalance goes. So
I am too. I think it's going to be a very, because we don't have the logistics of a rebalance yet.
I'm going to say it's going to go Rebels hardcore.
Oh yeah. Rebels are going to go fucking cheap. You're going to see 5-ship Rebel lists all the time, I think.
Let me have 5 X-Wings. Just let me have 5 X-Wings. You've let me have
I don't think
Y-Wings.
do that, Mark.
Give me 5 X-Wings.
I don't think so. That's wishful thinking.
Swing.
But I do think
5 X-Wings.
With Rebels, it's a tough road, man, because they made them be so interlocking to each other. Nobody has that super good ability. It's always friendly this ship, friendly that ship, friendly this ship. Well, then all of a sudden you end up with 4 fucking ships that they all give each other shit, but they can't move anywhere. They all have to, inch one forward to victory, and you're not going to win that way in 2.0.
No, exactly. Because your scum, your scum toolkit, your toolbox does way better, and you're going to be outmaneuvered if you have to stay within a formation that can only move 1 forward, 1 bank to get their trick pony off. It's just not going to work.
Well, I think like the problem people are having with Rebels right now is that they are trying to keep them together and pull off that trick. And I think that's where it's severely failing. Like I often see like these X-Wings and just in a block, with a couple other little things, they fly in that block together and they try to punch you as hard as they can, which sure sounds great. But then, what happens when I set my rocks up right? I kite you a little bit. I come in from the side, split my guys up, flank you some. And then what do? Like, I'm seeing is like, oh, I got to stick to my script because that's what I do. And it's like, no, you don't have low Rick. You don't have regen. You don't have these things to survive your failed, fucked up initial formation failures. You have to be able to think outside the box a little bit and, come in from different angles and have that available strategy of doing different things that and like but all my abilities are ranged 0 to 1 or 1 to 2. Like, yeah, sure. Well, how about coming at me from different angles, fucking things up, and then when you get into the scrum, suddenly you're close to everybody and you can pop off all those triggers. Sure, you're not getting that initial punch of just being wicked powerful, but you're also not being predictable. And then when that scrum starts, then you suddenly start getting that crazy action economy that builds up, and hopefully you survived that initial punch because you didn't fly like a robot, and you're able to really get those abilities off and continue the pressure and start beating up on some of these like more maneuverable ships and have a chance. Whereas like it really seems like they're not going for that because they're stuck in that old style and it's simply not working. So I hope like people are able to get past that and do some good with it.
You almost wonder if that's like Alex and Frank and Max are like, God damn it, we designed Rebels to do exactly what you said. It's like start out spread and then just meet in the middle and fuck everyone up kind of a thing. But everyone is still stuck in the old Rebel mentality where I have to fly in formation. And
right.
They're probably just going batshit crazy going, God damn it, guys. It'll work. Just do it this way.
Yeah. I mean, like same thing with like TIE Swarm. It's like so many times TIE Swarm looks at a list and goes, oh, fuck, that's not going to be good for my block. Might as well fly in a block anyways. What the fuck are you doing? Spread the net. It's like, but I ain't going to get my HAL runner. It's like, but you're going to die if you do. So if your plan sucks against what you're looking at, change your fucking plan. And do something better. And then like, oh man, then
damn it. I've been unsuccessful with this plan for years. I will continue to be unsuccessful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the worst is when you've done all these practice starting formations and you look across the table and you see this list, because this happened to me at Gen Con, I kid you not. You look across the table at the list and go, oh my God, neither one of the how many different starting positions that I practice is going to work against this. Here comes the come off the shoot from the hip idea. Don't be afraid to do that if you know, like Chico said, that your plan is not going to work against a list. I mean, your best chance is to try something different.
Right. And like don't have it be on tournament day where you're trying something different.
No, don't do that.
Like have one of those days where you go into just a casual game and you're like, you know what? I'm going to take my formation that I know and love, and I'm going to start just spreading them out like range 2 from each other like crazy. And I'm just going to see how I can get them back into a kill box, into some sort of formation eventually, and see what happens. See what works, what doesn't, have some fun.
And you think about it, the Rebels are really the only ones with the shield recharge abilities. They have quite a few of them.
Barely, and they suck.
Yeah.
Dallin Oberos does it better for Scum.
Yeah, well,
a little bit, yeah.
It almost feels like they're telling you, don't clump yourselves in. Like, you can go in, shoot once, run away, recharge, and that sounds like not a formation flying kind of a thing to me. But yeah, I know the app is great and everything, but I feel like their ability to not errata cards anymore is going to catch up to them a little bit, but I don't want them to, so I'm happy about it. I just think Rebel.
Now, why can't they errata cards?
Well, I guess they can, but I thought the whole thing about this app thing was when they print a card, that's what the card's going to be.
And they just changed the price.
Changed the price. I know they've already errated a couple of them, but it's not like fucking Manaroo fucking changes. It's just
right. Well, yeah. I mean, we're brand new, so they assume everything works,
right?
Or eventually is going to flesh out into things. And so somebody mentioned, and I don't know how possible this is going to be, but imagine you got to the point that Wedge with -1 agility wasn't as good as you want. It's like maybe this is a bad example, but here I'll just pull it like Boba Fett. So Boba Fett says, when you defend or perform an attack, you may reroll one of your dice for an enemy ship at 0 to 1. Maybe they go, oh fuck, that's a little too good. Let's remove range 0 from that. But how do they do that? They come out with an expansion. They put a new Boba Fett in there that says, while you defend or perform an attack, you reroll 1 die for each enemy ship at range 1. And then that version of Boba Fett is, 80-something points. And the old version of Boba Fett is suddenly 201 points. Fuck you, never flying it. I mean, they have it built in a way that you could errata things like that.
I know, but you'd see.
In theory, that would be really dirty. And like a clunky way of doing it, though.
That's like them rolling a fucking dumpster down a hill full of fucking kerosene. And the podcast community with lighters going, yes. Oh, that would be bad. But no, I think everything, I love the way they did it with the pricing. January is going to be huge to see how big they go. Like, is Boba Fett going to be a 100-point ship? Probably should be. Maybe. I don't know. But
you can take an M3A interceptor with him.
Yeah, you get a Y-wing and Boba Fett. That's it.
Will rookie X-wings be 30
You know what?
points?
People will still probably fucking try it out. But for Rebels, I guess in closing, I don't think they're dead. If you're a Rebel player, have hope. I mean, that's what this whole point thing is supposed to be. You're going to be down on your luck. You know, you're not going to win a bunch. But who's to say you're not winning in your local meta with Rebels? I mean, we're looking at the top tier level, which right now is still not top tier level. We have 3 logged major competitions,
Right?
I'm counting Curse.
But the design,
Go ahead.
the
Mark.
design time now with the Rebels is peak. You've got, you have all of your information there. So now let's work together to make it work. Yeah, we're going to get slapped around a while until January comes around. But God, how much fun is it just to play with, without high expectations?
Well, and yeah, it's still a new game, guys. What it came out? Shit, I can't even remember when it came out. Whatever, irrelevant. I think we've had, and all the tournaments, mind you, all the tournaments are not even FFG sanctioned.
Right. And did you see that a Rebel list? I don't know if it won.
Oh, yeah, Europe.
Yeah, Nordic Championships had some
shout out to those
performing Rebels.
They did a fantastic job, by the way. So Sweden, good for you guys. I watched a bunch of that stuff, and you guys did a fantastic job.
Yeah, what was that? First Earth. That was doing their streaming.
I think it was
Gold Squadron.
No, Gold Squadron wasn't at Nordics.
Oh, I thought he had 5,000 patrons now. Whatever.
What they were called? Shit, I can't remember what the name is. Chat, help me out. Somebody go look at it. We're gonna plug them because they need to be plugged.
No, the streamers over in Europe are top notch. Very good.
Yes, they take their shit very seriously.
The one thing that I like that the guys who do their system open streaming is they have the ranking, so that they'll have the top 25 ranking on there, and then they'll have arrows pointing up and down of these people just dropped in the rankings, these people moved up in the rankings, and that's something I haven't seen anywhere else. That's really impressive.
At the Nordics, Rebels finished 5th. Scum was 1st, Old Tetrock, Finrau, and Guri. Then we had Empire, we had Scum, we had Empire. Let's see, Rebels finished 7th.
So 5th and 7th.
I tell you what, yep. I'm going to bust into your little deal here. I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to do a little Ryan Farmer. Gordon, because you mentioned the Stockholm Wampas. That was the group I was looking for. They are called the Stockholm Wampas. Check them out on YouTube. Gordon, you get to have the banner for the OCX Radio Aces Facebook page.
Jesus, don't promise those things. No, stop. This is a bad idea. No.
Nope. It's done. It's solidified. Gord, you send me a picture you want for the OCX banner. I will put it up for 2 days.
Jesus, may God have mercy on our souls.
Whatever you want, buddy.
Better be him slapping a Fresnel wine bag.
It can't be worse than the picture that I wanted to flash on the crates page earlier today, but I can't find the fucking picture. Kyle and Chico and Mark, you all know the picture I'm talking about. Someone has to have it. I need it.
It's somewhere in my deep resets of my phone.
All right.
So anything else to jump on before we go to commercial break?
No, we need to go to commercial break because Padre needs to go pee-pee.
Fair.
No, he just went in his pants sitting there. He's old like I am.
He's got the bedpan there. He's fine. Oh, anyway, Before commercial break, go check out the Stockholm Wampas guys on YouTube and either subscribe or give them a thumbs up or on Facebook or whatever, because they did a fantastic job. We are all about plugging people here. So, and that was a lot of fun. So I think we have a new commercial. If not, we definitely do now, because I want my Chico Brown Wiener is probably going to be the next commercial. So I want my Chico Brown Wiener. Take it away.
And Montana just started swearing at you.
No, he didn't, because I have fucking timestamps, baby.
No, he's swearing at you because now suddenly he has to make a commercial.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking off this fucking
I'm doing timestamps. Come on, I'm taking half his job.
Ugh. There we go. Now to my other Halloween costume. I'm a degenerate.
I'm a degenerate. Posing as a legit YouTuber or podcaster.
Oh my gosh, that feels so much better.
I super want that goddamn world's greatest dad.
Oh, the coffee mug?
I hate giving him money, but I really want that coffee mug. All right, somebody kick Christopher Brown out of the fucking chat. How weird is that we have a Christopher Brown in the chat?
It's super weird.
It messes me up every time. I'm like, why are you?
I've had moments that I read it and go, I don't remember typing that. I'm like, fuck. Not me.
Am I that drunk already?
Right? Oh, fuck me.
And I haven't been called Christopher in 10 years.
No, I actually started going by Christopher a lot more because of that little fucking rapper, beating his girlfriend. Like, God damn it. Fuck him. I had a girl at Best Buy, like, as I'm checking out, go, I love your music. I looked at her and went, oh my God. Like she had like the look, just her face just changed to oh God, he's gonna ask for my manager. And I just started laughing and I was like, don't worry about it, you're fine. But like, fucking little prick. Had to go beat his girlfriend and give us all a bad name.
I know. She was the one like, I love your music, even though you beat your girlfriend. I still love your music. That's kind of how it goes. The more entertaining you are, the more we can push off, how much we hate your morals. But that's kind of everything in life, right?
I see now that there's a questioning about when the next open mic is, right? When is the next open mic?
We just had one last week.
And you give them 5 minutes and they want a half an hour.
You realize
that's how I got on.
We haven't done one in a while, and we did one, and now everyone's like, oh shit, that's right, they do these things. Jacob, we usually do an open mic. Our schedule was once a month, but it's now kind of like we'll do it every like 5 weeks. So
because you guys got too good and we don't want you on.
Right? We're too fucking big. And like, I got knocked down a peg the other week and I'm like, fuck it. You know what? We're doing an open mic night. We're going back to our roots, baby. And no. It is weird though. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I have a nice playmat rant to go on tonight.
Oh my gosh. So Hegwood just posted like the funniest meme I've seen in a while. Fuck it. I'll just share this thing with you all. So we'll go ahead and share other screen. Go. So yeah, look at this thing. Yeah. Like, hated Kylo, but flies Supernatural Vader. Hated R3A2, but flies Admiral Sloan. Hated Harpoon Nim, but flies Proton Redline. Hated Ghost Fen, but flies Boba Lando. Yeah, pretty much. Oh. And like kind of the point here that I think he's getting by is like, people love to say that they hate the list that's on top, But then, forever, like this is a competitive game. We are forever going to be searching for that best list and just trying to abuse every edge out of the best list that we can. Now, I even hated the end of first edition. I had a little bit of Stockholm syndrome, but like looking back on it, it's like, man, it was so fucking easy to just wander into a battle and be like, I'm gonna put myself here. His super won't matter, and I'm probably gonna do like 3-4 damage. And now it's feels so different. Like I actually have to have skill, and my mistakes are punished, and mistakes are frequent. So like the last tournament I was at was at Crossroads. I flew Fen, a zealous recruit, and Guri, and heaven forbid you fuck up once with Fen. Like 4 hull does not last long when you just fuck up and put him in the wrong spot, and you're like, oh shit, like I'm just dead. It's like, okay, hope the other guys can carry it out. It's like one mistake just rocks your world. But I mean, that's what ace play should be like. So I'm kind of changing up, and we just started a league in Fort Wayne, and by we just started, I created the rules and just posted them today and said, if anybody wants to join me, I'm keeping track of data. So that's the extent of like my league, and I'm going to give prizes to people who participate.
And Luke said no.
Well, we'll see. I'm trying to convince him to help me out, but one of the things that we're really promoting is playing against a variety of players and playing with a variety of lists. So I'm hoping even to force myself to go after some like either lists I haven't thought of or lists with ships that I just haven't gotten experience with. Is like we're given a bonus point for every list you play that has like 50% ships, or like names of ships, like pilots that you haven't flown before. So it's encouraging people to go for that variety. And then you get bonus points for every new opponent that you play against. You get bonus points for every store, like different store you play in. So I'm giving bonus points for variety in everything.
Nice.
And it's not just benefiting just people who win. And that's kind of been my whole point on this league of let's create something that benefits building the community rather than the good players just beating the shit out of people.
I do like that though. I do.
Yeah, and then like I stole something from Gold Squadron because they have their veterans and their squad members tier. So I created, I basically just copy pasted their thing to start with. So we've got, our veterans and squad tier. And if you're one of the veterans, which I just took anybody who's made cut at a regional or done something better. And those people are now the veterans tier, and they get less points for their wins. And people who are on the lower tier, if they beat one of those guys, they get like triple points. So it encourages new players to seek out those better players and play against them. And even if they lose, like playing against a better player and losing still gets you points. Whereas, the veteran players don't get shit ever for losing. So, it encourages them to continue trying to get better.
That sounds like something that Coach and I were talking about, because the first time that we had, I think it was like the first time we had a league at OC Games and Comics. There was only like 5 of us that were in it. And then over the course of like several months, we decided that we were going to do another league. And then there was like 12 people in it. And at that point in time, there was already people in the group that were considered to be better tiered players than the ones that, you know, were coming in there having a good time and we all got along and were great. And then Coach and I were talking about doing something about that, where there was a veteran league and a rookie league or, you know, and then they would play each other, but it wouldn't be the same. And the way that you're doing it sounds like you got it figured out pretty good. So,
yeah, well, a lot of credit goes to Dion. He helped out a whole lot trying to put it together.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, I was on that podcast. I think I gave a lot of good, helpful answers.
I took little bits and pieces from all you guys.
Dude, I went back and listened to that episode.
You were struggling so hard.
That was not me. I mean, it was me. I was physically there. I remember being there, but I'm like,
the problem is you were able to remember being there.
Yeah, right?
Because like you were trying so dang hard to censor yourself. And you know, you did tough. Good. You stayed Gold Squadron. But you are not Gold Squadron.
Gordon, you can do better than that. Come on. All right.
What was it? Right. Just a stay on target logo?
No, he added some stuff.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so for our scoring we have like season long bonus points. A point per unique opponent, a point per store you play at, and a point per list with more half pilots than you've never flown before. Each week, your first game gets 2 bonus points. So it encourages people coming out on a weekly basis. And then your game-specific points. If you're playing somebody on the same tier, you get 2 points for a win. If you're playing somebody on a higher tier, you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a loss. If you're playing somebody on a lower tier, you only get 1 point for a win. And if you're playing against somebody who has never played X-Wing before and you are teaching them the game, you get 2 points no matter what.
Yeah.
So just encouraging spreading the community. And I'm hoping it goes well. We'll see. I know a few guys who are the kind who will bounce between stores, like they're not store specific. And they're okay playing a variety of lists and playing whoever's there, that I completely expect those guys to just fucking dominate this league with points. So we'll see. I put a limit of you can only count 2 wins per week. So
oh boy.
So trying to prevent those power players and trying to keep an eye out for people who are like, okay, let's count this as a league game. You concede to me, and then I'll concede to you. And, you know, each of us will get a win. It's like, come on, just fuck off. You're not enjoying the spirit of what this is.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I will report back January 1st when this season of it ends. Let you know how it goes.
Okay, ready for the roasting?
What?
Ooh.
I got nothing else on show notes. Fuck it, we're just gonna roast on Chico. Oh no, we got nope, sorry. We gotta get off my playmat.
Thank you.
I'm disregarding C and D on the show notes.
That's why we make show notes, so you can ignore.
Yeah.
All right, 1:34.
It's okay. He was the one that suggested him anyway.
Oh, and depending upon how late this goes, there may be something special at the end.
Like it needs to go later, is what you're saying?
No.
I like teases.
Like I need time for editing.
Oh.
If it happens.
Roasting.
All right, coming out of commercial. 3, 2, 1. Doesn't that make everyone feel hungry for a good old-fashioned Chico brown wiener? I know I want to put one in my mouth.
Oh, God.
Cold or hot, doesn't matter. Welcome back, everybody, to the OCX Radio Podcast. If you're still here, I'm sorry. I hope you know what you're getting into, because right now we have not had one of these in a while. But here's Uncle Mark with his "Get off my fucking playmat."
Good evening, everybody. Hey, let's start out tonight with just a few quick thoughts of the week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all ships at sea. Gold Squadron Classic, good. Coruscant, sounded good. Crossroads Classic, always good. Jerry Holt, Canadian, enough said. Gold Squadron Podcast, always a good time. Remember to subscribe. Free money. OCX Radio Live Productions in the future. OCX Radio Live. The 2.0 guys. Luke Carrington pre-show live. Uncle Mark Fan Club live. Only time will tell. AJ, Uncle Mark Fan Club shirt. It's now international. Y-Wings with proton torpedoes. Good. Padre Falls. Break some ribs. Wife's fault. Now that's how we roll on OCX. Ryan Staniszewski. Come on, podcasters. It's easy to say. Just sound it out. Harold Larson and crew. Wow. CAC. Hey, don't have to say anything else. Chad Hoffley, you're the man. Adepticon. I get to use my red card, coach.
Fuck off.
Jerry Russell. We will miss you, sir.
Oh, whoa.
Don't interrupt.
Whoa. No.
And that's the quick thoughts for this week. Hey, I thought that would be fun this time. Yes, coach, you can talk now, but give me the rest of my 5 minutes.
So what happened to Jerry?
Nothing happened to Jerry, right?
No, we know what's happening to Jerry.
Now,
unless I missed the memo. Were we allowed to talk about this? I don't think so.
I just said that, and that's what we said. Thank you very much.
All right.
Now,
All right.
Nothing
to see here, folks. Nothing to see here.
So, to address a couple of things.
Oh, fuck all off. I bet Kyle didn't even keep his. I bet he just left him there.
They took them.
So, well, now they have, you tear the corner off the bottom of them. I've been doing some research, and I've been looking at all the other podcasts, and I noticed that only OCX actually has a co-host that has an official fan club. And I was looking tonight, and we're up to 40 members for a random co-host. And apparently the t-shirt sales have been more in demand, and they're showing up in New Zealand, and they're showing up in various places. I didn't get one, but hey, whatever.
You can't have a t-shirt of your own fan club. That's just
I know
just
that was the quandary I was under, and thought, okay, I'll just let this go. But just to point out, this wasn't something that was sought out or desired. It was some guys that apparently drink way too much or have no girlfriends. That's all I can figure out. And this is where this rock is rolling down the hill. But guys, I find it extremely amusing. And yes, I'll wear the suspenders proudly when I get them. My rant. I had an opportunity to run into a YouTuber at Gen Con that loves to promote Armada and X-Wing and likes to lay claim that he can't provide certain information because of non-disclosure, and he always seems like a pretty straight up individual. And so I thought, hey, this would really be cool to go over and say hi and introduce myself. And so I did. And apparently he decided that working for FFG to get his free ticket to Gen Con was the way to go, and was okay. I understand it was Saturday morning and you've probably worked harder than you have the last 3 years of your life. But when someone comes up and says, hey, I really appreciate what you do there, and you go, yeah, sure. What? Yeah, right. Oh, sure. No, I just want to let you know that I watch and this, that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. And boogies on by. Look, you're semi-internet famous. Take the minute and smile, act appreciative, and go on about it. You can stop Coach. You can stop Cheek. You can Cheek. Chico. You can stop. I can say Stanislavski. I can't say Chico. You can stop Sloot. You can stop me. We'll talk to you. We'll have a good time. We'll have an interesting conversation. We might even buy you a beer, or just give you a beer, or do something fun. We enjoy meeting everyone. We enjoy talking to you. We enjoy just sitting around and BSing. We really enjoy playing X-Wing, but if we can't do that, we can do the other stuff really, really good too. Just take a minute out of your time and don't be a dick. Hey, this has been Uncle Mark, and that's my playmat for this week.
Those are very sound words of advice, Uncle Mark.
Don't be a dick. Always good advice.
I wasn't going to mention any names, but Krabik.
Was he a
dick? Somebody get fucked.
I'm not even gonna go with what our thoughts on Resistance or what our thoughts on First Order are, because we've done that, I think, and I don't think we really have enough information to go on to actually give a full-fledged OCX, true to the heart depiction.
Unless
of
you
what
can
those
translate European.
And that's the correct answer. Is that we can't.
They have the translations already up. But yeah.
But what I want to do right now is I want to full on love fest on Chico right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Get ready.
Sure, whatever.
When Get ready for it.
You, I touch myself.
Believe me, I super don't like all the attention and praise. I mean, like I just can't handle it. It's too much for me. So let's just make this quick.
So 4 score and 1 year ago.
0 score and 1 year ago.
I remember
what a score is.
I remember when OCX was just a little fish in a big pond. It was just a little tiny podcast. Nobody paid attention. No one really cared.
I literally had no idea who you were.
And yeah, pretty much. And I mean, the names were out there. We recognized that they were the drinking crowd, and some people didn't want to associate. I understand. It's fine. But there was a certain message I got from a certain Christopher Brown. I can't say it. I can't say Christopher Brown. I just can't do it. Hey, yeah, I don't think there's enough drinking going on this podcast. I would like to help out.
Is that what I said?
I'm pretty sure. I'm paraphrasing here because I can't remember. I can't even remember yesterday.
How high do I have to scroll up in this thing?
Oh, man. It's got to be my individual chat with you. So, maybe not so far.
Here we go. I found it.
Go. You found it.
10/28/2017 at 6:24 p.m. Hey, Aaron, was watching the Chris Allen episode and was sad at the lack of drinking. If you need a seasoned alcoholic to join you, let me know. And you replied with, will do. That's it.
Seems to me my go-to, all right. So yes, and you were on the show, and boy, I think we even surprised you a little bit. I mean, you were ready to go. Let's not make it. Let's not throw any accusations out there. You were ready to go. I believe your shirt was taken off in your first episode.
That's true, because you went.
Yeah. Because I had the Wookiee mask on.
And I believe as we went down the road, I think I got super fucking drunk that episode.
We all did.
Yeah.
We all got super drunk that episode.
Yeah, we did. That was back when we would take shots together during the episodes.
Yes. Well, that's not that far back.
And was Thweek born at that time? All I did was sit there.
No,
just
I don't
watch.
even think Thweek was a card yet. Tell you the truth. Was it? I don't know. Maybe it was.
It was too. It totally was.
But I'm just gonna say that OCX was in a rough time. I mean, it was me and Kyle and Chico, or not Chicago and Montana, and half the crew wasn't showing up. And we reached out to Mark, and Mark was on most of the time, right?
I started coming on with Chico, and I started
almost
regularly being on at about the same time.
Bing, bing, right?
Yeah, because I was on episode 17, and Chico was on a month later. So, 21, Chico, or something like that?
Do we have your anniversary coming up next week?
No, my anniversary was the week before my birthday, because remember, that's when I found out that your son and I have the same birthday.
That's right.
That was like September 16th or something like that.
That's right. That's right.
But that's fine. You guys roast me enough when I'm not on.
We do roast you enough when you're not on. Because
you're not on, when you're on, when you're next to us.
Exactly.
You're a goddamn co-host, and we expect you to be on.
I got big shoulders. I can take it.
I mean, not everyone has their own fucking fan club.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Holy hell!
Yeah, I'm not having any pity parties for Uncle Mark because you have your own You have your own shirt, dude.
Yeah, even Luke is going to have his own.
Yeah, technically, you have two of them. Oh shit!
We have two Mark fan club shirts, and we're going to have a Luke is secretly a nice guy shirt, and
And there are also a set of suspenders with a bow tie waiting for me as well.
I can't wait for you to wear those on the show.
That was great. I remember the talk of the suspenders.
It's gonna be classy as fuck.
It is.
Except Jerry Holt keeps wanting me to have cuffs and whatever else, like the Chippendales, and I said no.
Jerry's a little different breed. Jerry's a different breed. We love Jerry. Jerry, we love you, buddy.
Well, I guess I do have a fan club page. It's called X-Wing Miniatures Game Rules Questions.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Let's see the T-shirt.
It says judge on it.
No, can you seriously print out, just get a PDF and miniaturize the words so small? No, that wouldn't work. Yep, just Judge.
Hmm.
Call me Judge. That's what they. That's yep. There we go.
And put an exclamation point behind it because that's all you ever hear.
Right? I told my wife my next dog I'm going to name Judge.
Hey, speaking of,
for him, huh?
speaking of, she's almost on the show as much as you are. Where is she?
My wife?
Yeah,
she's off watching TV.
well, get her in.
It's really far away.
You know what? For the one wife has never been camera shy. It's Heather. she's never. Bring her on. Come on, it's your anniversary show. Bring her on. Go get her in here.
I'll send her a message.
You're
Maybe she'll
seriously gonna text your wife.
Send her a message.
I love it. I love it. Oh. Yeah, you're the man with the YouTube powers. I think if we played probably the last 10 minutes of that episode.
19, 18,
What?
17. I'm just waiting to see how quick she gets there. 16.
My phone is acting up. I can't even get it to send her the message.
You can't even text your wife in the next room.
We're gonna ask your wife how she feels about you being a part of OCX for a year.
Maybe we shouldn't.
So she loves it. Actually, she loves the pregame show. We're not live yet. Whoa! Last week we had a great conversation. We're bitching about here's what I want to bring up. The greatest thing that Chico's ever given to the OCX radio show is a wide variety of alcoholic drinks. Yeah. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we would never had fucking daiquiris and margaritas and all this blended shit thrown around here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the greatest contribution you've ever had to this. This
White Russian, actually good beers.
You had like weird beers and
I had Dragon's Milk, bourbon barrel aged with cherry and chocolate today. Oh, that is easily like top 5 beers of all time. Like if you haven't tried that, 11% beer. that's good shit.
Knock you on your ass.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, his text message sends to the other room. This is.
It's got to go from here to the tower to the Verizon servers, back to the same tower, back over to the other room.
This is the game we're gonna play. What is your favorite Chico moment? And this is a game for the chat as well, because we will read those chat moments. I'm gonna start out with
Patrick mentioned some marshmallows.
Oh, that's too easy, though. Come on. Let's dig deep. Let's dig deep.
I could go for some marshmallows right now.
Kroll can't even keep good beer at the shop.
I was gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. Never mind.
So what kind of beer do you sell in the shop?
Oh, okay. I sell Budweiser, Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Heineken,
Zoltan.
So there's Zoltan. You have to do that when you order it. I ordered a bunch of beer from the Des Moines brewery, which is a local brewery in the capital of Ohio. Looking at you,
right, so something with potential.
Yeah. We do Modelo, Landshark.
God damn Modelo.
Because nobody likes fucking Corona anymore.
Nope.
My wife asked if she has to be in costume.
No, you're not. Well,
she was the pizza slice. Of course,
put the hot dog on.
No, she was Where's Waldo tonight.
Oh, pizza slice.
If she wants to be in costume, I'm totally down for it.
That's what I've heard.
Oh my god, Jerry Holt. So his favorite story, and this was great. This was after the night of Krollioke, and like I'm sitting there judging, just hung the fuck over. and still judging better than half of you fucks in America. But he
barrel roll somebody, or you can tractor beam somebody off the map. Sure,
yeah, right. He hands me a hot chocolate from freaking Starbucks with Jaeger in it, and man, did that kill a hangover.
Yeah, it was the.
What's the rest of it?
Yeah, we seen Chico for the first time when we went to Worlds, and we had the pleasure of sleeping in the same room after Crowley-Okie. And the best comment that we ever made fun of him about was somebody wasn't feeling all that particularly well. And if you can remember, we correctly went through the phases on the order of things that needed to happen.
Oh shit! I totally forgot about this.
I'm telling a story.
Oh, I forgot about the phases.
Just to make sure we don't want to go with the wrong one first. But I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna give it.
Were bad.
Oh no! Please do. We need to hear the phases.
First, you pee in a toilet. Then you barf in the
toilet. Okay, hold on. Chico,
How are you guys talking about?
What?
are you sure? Are we good to go on this story?
Yeah, you're fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Then you want to finish last on the phases with shitting in the toilet. That way you don't get any of the other phases.
No, I didn't go. It was phase 1, pee in the toilet. Phase 2, puke in the toilet. Phase 3, poop in the toilet. Phase 4, flush the toilet. You don't want to mix them up. No, it was puke, pee, poop. That's what it was.
I mean, as long as you drop the deuce at the end.
Yeah, it was, all you hear is we're all about ready to pass out. We're drunk, and all we hear is, "Yep, this is happening."
Oh, and perfect timing, ladies and gentlemen. OCX Radio Nation.
There's Waldo.
For this is the woman who holds the glue of this marriage together. The one, the only, Heather.
Say hi.
Hi.
No, get out of the fucking chair and let her talk for a little
No.
bit. You've had no problems in the past before.
I don't want to.
You're live now, Heather. Come on.
It's time.
She dressed up as Mr. Mint in Candyland.
This is your husband's 1-year anniversary on the OCX Radio Podcast show.
Aww.
We need in-depth.
Really?
Oh, he bit you.
He just licked me.
He licked you. Well,
You look like a candy cane.
you look like a kid.
Dude.
Fuck out of the chair, Chico. Come on, Heather. Little
I want
one-on-one.
to sit in the chair. Why aren't you
I'm not
this?
wearing. I wore it earlier.
He totally did, and it sucked.
He kept
Maybe
rubbing mustard.
Ladies and gentlemen, for you those who are not fortunate enough to watch us live, I apologize. Wait,
Jeez.
this is bad radio, and we understand that, but we're not always in the radio business. We're in the live TV business as well. So right now, Chico's a giant donut.
With mustard sprinkles all over it.
Would you love to touch my sprinkles?
Mm.
I actually like to finger that hole. Oh! Are you like the Pillsbury Doughboy? Because it looks like that's where your belly.
Oh,
You're not drunk enough if this is your 1-year anniversary.
Fucking A, Heather. You got all dressed up
empty.
for nothing if you're not going to talk to us.
What?
Yeah. Deal with it.
He's dressed up as a gynecologist tonight.
I will totally check you out.
No.
For medical stuff.
50% off all pap smears.
Whatever happens down there, I'm good with. I have my stethoscope That's what they use, right?
Yeah, that's what they use.
These have no glass, and they already feel like they're messing up my vision.
Oh,
Thank you, Donut Waldo.
You know, everybody asks, "Where's Waldo?" Nobody ever asks, "How's Waldo?"
Waldo is sleepy.
Maybe he keeps running and hiding because he's just sad.
Yeah,
I'm tired of people looking for him.
tragic.
that's a valid point to ask, but not on this podcast.
Okay, you can skip it.
I'm going.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Mark, do you have your favorite story?
I think it was the look on Chico's face when I walked up and said, "Hey, Chico, I got a question for you. Can you really tractor off somebody off the board?" "Why, no, you can't." "Huh. Well, maybe you ought to tell that guy over there what the rules are of the game."
That was awful. Although I think my favorite Uncle Mark story is
No, wait. I
across
want
the
on here.
table
I want
with
to hear. I want to know the conversation you had with that judge.
this. I try to be very civil when I'm correcting people, and like I just went over. I was like, "Hey, you had a situation where you let somebody tractor beam a ship off a board, right?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, you super can't do that." And he was like, "Oh shit." And I was like, the game's already over. I mean, nothing you can do now. Just let it go." And he was like, "Okay, well now you know for the future."
What? That was it?
Fired.
I'm not the marshal. I'm not in charge of that event. I mean,
Damn it.
that was super.
All right, favorite Uncle Mark story.
Maybe tomorrow.
I have the baby tomorrow.
Oh, you relax.
No, you relax.
So first crossroads. I sit down in the top elite pod across from some old man, and he proceeds to tell me that I have to remind him of all his triggers because he's old and won't remember. And then I proceeded to forget every B-Wing advanced sensors and got ridiculed for it. It's like he doesn't realize that like I have the memory of a goldfish, like the attention span of a goldfish. So like I can be sitting there with my dice in my hands going, "Don't forget this dice mod. Don't forget this dice mod. Don't forget this dice mod. Oh, hey, look, Zach Matthews said something. Roll dice, forget dice mod." And so I just all the time, just constantly forgetting triggers. So like trying to tell me that I have to remember your triggers, old man, is like, no, that's never gonna work. And surprise, I won because he forgot his triggers. Sorry.
We've never played since then.
No, we haven't.
Because that table's going to be really heavy when it comes down on top of you.
just don't hit my knee.
All's good. My favorite Uncle Mark Tippett. Mark probably knows which one it is too, because it was second Gen Con. My last opponent happened to be Tyler Tippett, and it was the game that decided whether or not we were making it to day 2. And I had got done, finished the game, shook hands, talked a little bit, moved on because I had to utilize the latrine. And I came back, and then I ran across Mark, who was standing next to my bag because I believe Coach was watching it. And he goes, "Hey, bud, how'd you do?" I'm like, "I won." He's like, "Fuck you." He just gives me this look. He's like, "You should be proud and honored to realize that you just got the first fuck you of the day." I'm like, "Well, I guess I do feel pretty privileged then." And then we just hugged. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go
Some-
with my. Oh, go ahead.
Some of the things that I've accidentally started and now are expected of me are sometimes just too much for me to handle from time to time.
Isn't it, Mark? It's a bitch.
I can't even tell people fuck you without even thinking it's a job.
Uncle Mark is secretly a nice guy.
Yep.
And
Totally.
and the fact that everybody keeps coming up prodding me for poker chips. I haven't taken a poker chip for the past 2 tournaments, and I've been polite and nice to everybody, and it's driving them crazy.
Yeah. They expect Uncle Mark, not this new Uncle Mark. We don't want Uncle Mark 2.0. Just because the game changed doesn't mean you have to, old man.
You know, just building up all that rage on the inside is eventually going to explode,
Yep.
and it's going to be bad.
Gotta let it
It's
out.
already turned my hair white.
Fair.
I'm gonna go with my favorite. It's not even a story. It was basically when Chico first met me. I could not sleep before, I think it was 2017 Worlds, and so I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna get up at 2 a.m. and drive to Minneapolis, which is only 4 hours. And I showed up at 6 a.m. and didn't have anything to do. And Minneapolis doesn't serve alcohol or even let you buy beer until 9 or something like that, which is ridiculous. So I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correct, we already had a tailgate going when you walked up, correct, Chico?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And off in the distance, I saw some guy, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the guy I've been talking to weekly for like 9 months. This is going to be the first meeting we have, and I already have like 6 people chugging beers and taking fireball shots. I hope he's up for this. That was what was running through my head. And man, he came up and it was just like, where's my beer? Where's my fireball shot? Let's get this thing started, because I don't have my judge vest on and they can't fuck with me until I have my judge vest on. That was the best. That, and when they actually came outside while you were tailgating, they're like, oh, who was it that told you just don't have your vest on while you're drinking beer out in the parking lot?
Yeah. It was like, and I was just sitting there eating lunch at that point, but I was at the tailgate with the.
Oh, no,
with
you
the
were
judge
drinking
vest on.
beer. You were just there.
Yeah, which, I mean, fair. They don't want me appearing to be part of their stuff while.
Oh, totally agreed. But when Christian Peterson, the CEO of FFG, walks by, goes, "How's the day going, guys?" I'm going, "Great." I go, the CEO just walked by and he didn't say anything.
Yeah, CEO walked by, didn't do anything. A cop pulled up and didn't do anything. So, I mean, those two things are the important part.
It wasn't until the goddamn hero of the empire decided to go to Costco and buy a fucking tent and try
And who else thought that was a good idea?
You?
Everybody
did. Yeah.
Well, it super would have been a good idea. Like,
it was a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
But apparently there's tent laws in Minneapolis.
Tent laws?
I think
What kind of
it's
bullshit
tailgating in parking lots.
Yeah. That's what they pulled on us. You can't have a canopied space in a parking lot in Minneapolis. Otherwise, you're gonna get. I'm like, we just had a cop drive by us, and we were super fucking drinking in your parking lot, and he just went X-Wing 2.0, yeah, baby. We're like, all right. I'm pretty sure one of the fucking 30 people here are definitely not 21.
Yeah, I get the point of not having like a structure in the middle of a parking lot where people need to be able to drive through. But like, I would really appreciate if like in the future, if they accepted the fact that, you know, you got guys who want to come here and enjoy your event and like spend time at your facility. So like take 2 or 3 parking spots and tell them you can have these, we'll tape them off. You can put a tent in the middle of a parking spot where we won't put a car and go. I mean, like that's fine. Like, even if they shove us down a ways, fine. Like, you don't want us right in front of the store, fine, we'll go down a bit.
Or behind the store, or in somebody else's parking lot.
But like, give us a space where we can put a canopy that, you know, Coach doesn't get burned to shit because he's 4 inches closer to the sun than everybody else.
That was all Keeper's fault, because apparently he changed the tailgating to right next to the goddamn door out of his Prius.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Prius fits in a lot of small places.
I never thought I would tailgate out of a Prius, but check that one off the list of things to do.
Right.
No, I'm actually for October. You know, October's perfect tailgating month. Like, yes, sir, Mad Medic. We'll take that tent down and finish that 5th. Yeah. I'm actually gonna ahead call to this year or 2019. We're gonna call ahead, and we're gonna try to abide by as many rules as we need to. And
it's like, hey, work with us, guys. We're gonna do this thing.
Yeah. Yep, it's going to be OCX tailgate like you've never seen before. We're going to have a live stream TV outside. We're going to have 2 tents, maybe 2 parking spots. It's going to have a grill. We're going to do it up this year as long as Minneapolis law allows me to do. So,
well, even if they don't let you do it in the parking lot, they have that like wooded area off to the side. You just put it up over there.
Yeah, but that's way too far. I don't want to. No, you know what? I tell you what. It was. They let us do it twice in a row. I don't want to be way the fuck on the other end of the goddamn thing. It was nice where we were at. We never hurt anybody. We never harmed anybody. We picked up after ourselves. I think except for after Friday night when we found out Kyle and Chicago are at the bar by themselves. And Chico and I looked, oh shit, yeah, we're supposed to go to the karaoke bar.
It was like
they just thought it was another couple.
Yeah.
No, the funny thing was in the FFG parking lot the next morning, you could clearly see where we were parked. Like it was just you could draw a line around the shithole that what it was. But we picked that up and then we moved on and we did much better. But
we're gonna wrap this up, Coach.
I'm waiting for Chico's special surprise.
Oh, it was after the Ubnubs.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He said afterwards.
Well, 2:12. I think we do some shout outs, guys. I think we got some shout outs. Let's go with Kyle. Kyle, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, I just definitely jumping on what we were talking about before. I want to thank Chico for being with us for this long and being an addition to the show. Mark, we'll get to you when your anniversary actually gets here. But also, you're a valued co-host on the OCX Radio Podcast. Definitely really appreciate the fact that Luke Carrington started the pregame painting show. I didn't get a chance to watch it tonight because, of course, I was dragging unlistening Sugar Hide kids all across town to collect more candy to become Sugar Hide on. So I didn't get to watch it tonight, Luke, but I'll totally get to it. I already got the base coat on my Kimagaya.
Maybe I'll actually get it up on YouTube for us.
Oh,
hashtag switch to YouTube, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pressuring him.
There you go.
He's got that stare.
It won't work, but you know.
And then, yeah, I mean, that's my shout outs.
Mark,
Well,
is that your music playing in the background, or is that just
it's off the TV in the other room.
Hey,
Sounds pretty good too. I'm going to echo what Salut's got to say. I don't know about Chico, but I enjoy the opportunity to join and sit down with you guys, drink a couple of beers, and blow off some steam and talk about X-Wing. It's a good time. Harold Larson and the boys, you guys make me smile and crack me up, and y'all are sad. I'm sorry. Padre did actually have an accident last night. He called me today, was having a hard time breathing. Apparently he fell out of his chair and banged up some ribs. He's blaming his wife. Apparently there was some throwing of pumpkin guts around, and as agile as Padre is, he tried to dodge out of the way and failed miserably. So I'll be doing a
debate token. You'll never have a debate token.
I'll be doing a wellness check tomorrow, or look for the good morning, gents. So just take care of yourself, boss. That's it for me.
Chico.
Yeah. So want to thank you guys for having me on. It's been a fun year, little wacky, but that's what I am. So I appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun being on here. I jumped on here in a time where I was just desperate for attention because I'm a sucker for the attention I get. I'll admit that. So I really enjoy it, and I had no podcast, and it super sucked. And I found you guys, and we fit great. And I think it's been a great year. Thanks to all the fans that are out there. Y'all are super fucking weird, but it's the normal people that scare me. So thanks for being weird. Yeah. I mean, it's been a great experience being on here, and here's to another year.
Yeah, here's another year. I have a couple of cleanup shout outs I got to do. The Mandalorian Mayhem tournament over in Colorado. I was just John Connolly told me I got to plug this, and I'm gonna do it. It's that one where you pay for the pilot or something like that, or you pay for the.
Isn't that a charity event?
It's a charity or something like that. Am I getting that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like
towards the pilot, and then it all goes towards money. And if you win something or whatever. I don't know.
I think they have a lot of custom painted ships.
He did a fucking terrible job giving me the. All he's worried about is giving me a shirt for the fucking wall. I appreciate it, and I just wanted you to notice that we do have 2 new shirts on the wall. But no, I really want to give a shout out to to Asa and to John Connolly. Look up this Mandalorian Mayhem tournament. It happens every year. It's a regular thing. Google it. That's all I can say.
We're getting to the prime of Coach and his
I'm about ready. So let's see. Final shout outs. Hey, if you are going to the Minnock Open, tell Ryan and Dee they suck balls.
Amen. Did you listen to the latest show? They super got a rule like crazy wrong, and I had to yell at him today to fix his document. And yeah, he's definitely fixing it. If you're insane enough to put a stealth device on a Falcon, yes, if you get hit, you lose it, regardless of whether you spend the shields on the escape craft or not. Jesus, people. What are you doing with your lives?
Well, anyway, if you're going to go to that shit show, be sure to go up to Ryan and D and tell them that Coach says this is a shit show. And I would love to hear the feedback from D and Ryan. Seriously, if you guys are going, definitely send that message forward. Also, little heartfelt. I don't think OCX would be where it is today without Chico. I really don't. I think we always were going to be the stalwarts. We're going to be the weekly podcast. We're going to do the live thing, but we needed that. We needed that little extra special sauce. If you ate a Big Mac without a special sauce, it wouldn't be a Big Mac, right? Chico's our special sauce. No, seriously, I want to give a huge thank you to you, buddy. It's your year. I know that this show is crazy, and you've dealt with a lot of fucking crazy, and our listeners have dealt with a lot of crazy. But you know what? I think it's that little bit of crazy that sets us apart, and I think that's one of those. We've gotten tons of letters and messages from people that go, you guys might not even talk about X-Wing at all the entire episode, but it's still fun. It's still a fun thing to listen to. We hope we don't fuck up too bad, and we're here to have fun, guys. This is the whole thing. And Chico was here to have fun, and thank God he's a lot more intelligent than me and Kyle. Sorry, Kyle, but Chico's one leg up on us. But Mark, I don't know. We're still trying to figure you out, buddy. Right?
It's not hard to be a leg up on Iowa. Or Ohio, whichever one you are this week.
Hey, I silly me, I forgot to mention this, and gosh darn it, I'll try to do better next week if I'm on. There is a tournament in Columbia, Missouri, and it's the Missouri Clonian or something like that, and it's a competition between the X-Wing players in Kansas City and the X-Wing players from St. Louis for the best X-Wing players in Missouri. And I just wanted to throw that out. I saw that on the Arch Alliance webpage. And it's like first part of November, maybe.
Okay.
But
if you joined the St. Louis Arch Alliance, or if you haven't joined the Missouri had an X-Wing group, but that's
they've got about 200.
Let's be honest.
They've got about 200 members to the Arch Alliance Facebook page, and Jason Bastian. I played against him at Gen Con a couple of years ago, and apparently there are a whole lot of shops on both sides of the river close to St. Louis Metro, and they're getting games in. And I told them, and you, Coach, need to get on there and let them know when you're coming to town, because they were telling me all sorts of stores to come play at, like on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights.
I do need that because my sister's a Metro PD detective, so I got a place to stay. It's $50 for me to fly down there. I will be. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to. I will make. I will do a show from St. Louis.
I thought you said you were never going to go back to that city.
I should never go back to that city because it's told me 3 times, but you know. When has that ever stopped me?
You know, and I've already asked him. I said, let me know when you've got some big store tournaments going on or whatnot, and maybe we can drag some people down there.
We'll drag people down there. I just want to first of all thank both Chico and Mark. We wouldn't be where we are today, guys, because apparently we're the biggest fucking podcast in the world. I didn't want to let it out there, but apparently we're where everyone goes. content, funniness, laughters, all this stuff. It's a one-stop shop, guys. It's one-stop shop. So we're gonna probably, as far as I know, send this off to the Yub Nub. Yub Nub question mark?
Yub
Yub Nub!
Yup, nub.
Yub Nub.
Yub nub.
Go 1 year.
Where's Wedge in this? See the whole groove.
4 years.
Yeah.
12 more years of OCX podcast.
12 more years.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That makes me 74.
You still got a lot of life left in you, buddy.
We'll be the only ones left. The game will be dead and gone for 10 years. We'll be like, fuck it. Let's just keep doing it.
Just keep talking about it.
I've already gotten the wife's schedule. I'm off Wednesday nights. What else?
You remember when Chico wouldn't remind me to use my whatever it was I was supposed to use?
And then he beat me.
And then he beat me. Rat bastard that he was.
Yeah, we'll turn it.
And Dom Cairo said, "Go away, Chico."
God damn John Cairo. Fucking shit. One of these days I'll beat him. Probably not.
All right.
So
guys,
first thing here,
oh,
I got to show off the
there you go.
latest drawing we have for the shirt idea. The Saw Gerrera Memorial 0K Stop for the Cure. I'm working on getting a graphics designer to take this image and make it not suck. Because right now it super sucks.
Can I say that I like that image? Can I just be the one guy that I like the Super Microsoft Paint version?
Because we love Microsoft Paint. That's why I have like a fondness for it.
I love it. It's so good.
It'll look better when it's cleaned up a little bit, like just a little, not too much. Like the bear isn't gonna get any better.
The Ewok.
Yeah, sorry, brain broke after midnight.
But Star Wars bear.
But like putting the logo on the beer and the 0K, I need to fix that. But yeah,